P&H Group, and today we're going to take 5 good minutes and talk to you about how to sell appearance protection in your dealership. Okay? It's a quick 6-step process, and step number 1 is simply creating the need. And to create the need, we're just going to say, folks, as you know, these coaches have a tendency to fade and yellow a little bit when they're out on the lot. For instance, the other day I like to tell a story. The other day I was on a lot. I brushed up against one of these, and sure enough, that white chalky stuff ended up on my jacket. That's a layer of dead paint, and basically that'll come right off as these coaches sit outside. We have a product that we sell to help protect that and to protect the inside too from wear. Okay, so that's all we're going to do to start it like that, to create a need. Second of all, we're going to discuss real quick what it is we're doing to these people's coach. The number one reason people don't buy a product like this, your customers, is because they don't understand what you're going to do to it. I mean, what are we doing? So what we're going to do on the outside is say, folks, this product is similar to a wax, but a wax is a topical. I like to use the hand signs. Wax is a topical. It comes off. That's why you're supposed to wax these coaches 2 or 3 times a year. It says that right in the owner's manual. The Resistol actually bonds with the paint. One application comes with a 5-year warranty with the hand sign. So there we've just explained a little bit about what we're going to do. All right. The next step now is what it covers on the outside. And I do it in 2 different chunks. The first chunk is any sort of fading, oxidation, or loss of gloss, which we see all the time on these coaches. We do see in yellow, we see that oxidation on the side. So any sort of fading, oxidation, or loss of gloss is covered for 5 years. Also, things like bird droppings, tree saps, or insects. These are all things that are acidic, and as they break down, they actually stain the coach. I tell a story. For instance, I have a large tree in my backyard. When the leaves fall, if I'm gone for a week on the road, I come home and I haven't moved those leaves, you can see the imprint of the leaf on the cement because they're acidic too as they break down. So if your customer leaves this coach for the winter or in a permanent site, think if it gets a bird dropping on it and they don't see or clean this coach for 4 or 5 months, what it's going to look at the spring. So that's insured too. Last thing I tell them about the outside is, hey folks, I told you a minute ago you're supposed to wax this coach 2 or 3 times a year. It says in the owner's manual. The best part is with this, you don't have to wax the coach for 5 years. Okay? Same thing on the inside. We're going to quick explain what it is. And the way I do that is say the inside is similar to a Scotchgard. However, a Scotchgard is a topical. That's why if I Scotchgard your chair, every time you get up, you're going to have some on the back of your pants. After a while, you have more Scotchgard on your pants than you have on the chair. That's why you have to reapply it 3 or 4 times a year. This product bonds with the fabric. 1 application, 5-year warranty against anything you can eat or drink. The coffee, the Merlot wine at night, if you have kids, the grape Kool-Aid, whatever it is, that's all going to be covered. All right. What this stuff does is it seals the fabric and makes the liquid sit on top of it more, so you can clean it right up instead of having it soak down. Remind the customer that when it does soak into the carpet, it's not only staining your carpet, it's going to go down into the pad and actually the floor, the wood floor decking, where it can cause mold and mildew. Okay. Also covers against any oil-based stains. For instance, story I like to tell is you stop at you load all the kids, the dog, the family in the truck, you go out and you put the camper on the back, you go out camping, you stop at a gas station or at the campsite, and the old truck next to you had left a little puddle of oil you always see in parking lots or see at the campsite. The kids jump out of the truck, run right through that puddle of oil and right onto the carpet of your new trailer. Try and get that out. Right? So any oil-based stain is covered. Also things like crayons, even when they're smashed in, lipstick, makeup, even blood, urine, and vomit is covered under this. So after I let them know all that, a couple quick caveats here. First, I say this is backed by Travelers Insurance. It's 0 deductible. If you have a claim, for instance, a bottle of wine falls down, but in a moment of passion, you're off to bed for the night, you get up in the morning, it's going to soak in at that point. All we ask the customer to do is make some attempt to clean it. If it doesn't come out, that's a claim. They can email, fax in the claims, they can call them in themselves, or bring them back to your dealership. It's 0 deductible. We'll actually spend the speedy clean out to them if they want to clean at their house or campsite. We're going to try to detail the stain out. If we can't, we will repaint or recarpet your coach. Okay? Now comes comes the most important part of this whole video. The closing line here, I highly recommend you use it word for word. At that point, serve your customer up a price. Folks, this is only going to cost you inside and out $15 a month. Let me ask you a question. If your coach looks just as good 5 years from now, inside and out, as it does today, wouldn't you agree it'd be worth more money? They'll all shake their head. Okay, so once again, folks, it's going to be $15 a month, but wouldn't you agree if your coach looks just as good 5 years from now as it does today, inside and out, that it'd be worth more money? And that's it. Be quiet, close the deal. So this has been Ben with P&H Group. 5 good minutes on how to sell appearance protection. Thanks for watching.